Hi, I'm Void.
I'm Enigma.
This is the CDL report.
Let's get into it. It's been a little bit. It's been a little bit.
We've been busy.
Champs, we've been busy. We still want to get this out, and I think it's probably the best time because we can do a little champs and EWC mixed into one episode. It might be a longer one, but hey, I'm for it. How we doing, Void?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling that COD itch. Been about a month since champs.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm excited for EWC, even though personally I think it's a joke tournament with a big prize pool. That's the only reason it's relevant.
I don't know. We get so little events that if people are complaining about having this event, they're dumb.
Oh, I'm not complaining about
You know what I'm
having the
saying?
event. Just without that prize pool,
I
it
mean,
wouldn't really be
it's more
worth
than a
much.
major. It's more
It
than a
is.
major.
It's almost the same as champs.
Um, what's the price pool
Almost.
for this? Like 1.8? It's like
Yeah, I
1.8,
think
right?
so.
1.7?
I believe
And then
so.
champs is 2. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, damn. But yeah, we're here and let's just jump right in. We're gonna go through the champs matches first. We're not gonna go too crazy. Champs was a month ago. We'll go with the big matches. Surge got knocked down instantly by Miami Heretics. This was a 3-1. Very quick. Surge started out hot, and then Miami just kind of took control after that. I don't think there's that much to say about the series, if I'm being honest. This was just Miami being the better team.
100%. I mean, you could definitely after the series worry about Surge just a little bit, right? You know, with how disappointing their past major was or
Yeah,
major four.
yeah,
Uh, but we'll see later on that there's nothing to be worried about.
yeah, absolutely. Let's just move on instantly. This one,
Bro, the
the
start of the
Boston
breach,
Breach, man.
the start of the breach Neslos. That
The Breach
like,
Miracle Run was in full effect. Boston Breach knocked down LA Thieves to the losers bracket, and it's just like you said, it's the Neslo, the Boston Breach specialty of this year. Um, what happened to the LA Thieves? Genuinely,
I mean, I would really say that ARs just kind of underperformed this champs. You know, we know Scrap and Ghosty are good ARs, but they just weren't playing at the level they have all season or the past two majors.
yeah. Do you think the level of champs spooked them a little bit? Do you think there was any sort of nerves going into this champs with being this hyped up team?
I
Everyone's
mean,
watching your VOD and
I,
so
I
on.
it's it's less that and more of what we've learned after the fact, after champs, right? We could talk a little bit about that. LA Thieves didn't change their search plays at all.
Yeah,
Like Atlanta Phase 2, but both teams just kept doing what worked the rest of the season, but they just didn't put in their mind that other teams would watch their VODs very closely,
yeah,
you know, because they're the top two teams. They're the teams to beat.
yeah.
And every other team was prepared to face them.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, don't fix what ain't broke, but
No, but you gotta
you
change
also
stuff
do
up.
gotta
It's a
take that
month
into
break.
account. Yeah,
It's a month break. You know,
yeah,
it's not like it was a week or two break. That every team had a full month to prepare, and Breach came out prepared,
yeah,
especially in those searches.
yeah. The searches were pretty clinical from Breach. The vault went down to the damn wire. We can watch the end of
Austin
this
just
real quick.
essentially.
Like this was just absurd. I don't know how Thieves just did not win this. Like it felt like they were in the driver's seat, and then they just kind of threw everything away. Like I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. Hydra's in the power position. He gets one. Envoy's just in no man's land with a sub. But they pick up two here. So how do they still lose this round? I don't know. Like uh, it's it's a weird one.
It's
It's
an
probably
amazing what
yeah.
if, if they win that round, what's the champ's trajectory going? Do they
Yeah.
bounce back in the next series or do they still fall two more series and just out?
Like
You know?
odds are, if LA Thieves win that control, it's a 3-1 breach to the lower bracket, and then who knows what happens there.
Exactly.
Like you just don't know. Especially since I believe Breach went on to face the Miami Heretics, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
and Thieves Heretics at champs with how much beef they've had the whole year would have been pretty awesome. But that did not happen. Breach had the Neslo angle again, and this was the start of the Breach miracle run that no one could have ever expected.
Oh, I fucking loved it.
Oh, I loved it. It was so fun to watch. And then
That we don't
Toronto.
need to talk here. We don't really need to talk about this. We said it before. Ravens was the fraud team of this event. Like they shouldn't have been here. What was it? How many points did they get before in the second half of the season? What, 30?
I think it was like 30.
30
Yeah.
30 total CDL points. That's 3 match wins in the entire second half of the year. They were the biggest. Honestly, I think Rocker would have done better than them. I
Rocket
think
would have
C9,
suffered the same fate.
I,
Same with C9.
they probably will, but I don't think they would be this fucking bad.
Okay, to be fair to the Ravens,
It was a decently close series.
this series they had won. They had the series won. They come out super flat in that hard point, that vault hard point, which hard point on vault is a really good map for Ultra. You expect this exact result. They bounce back in the search. They had this map 3-1. We watched it live together, and we were yelling because Gwen team killed unintentionally. He team killed Slasher when they had the round one. Just it's just that one extra bullet went to
I'll have to watch
Slasher.
it back to see what happened.
Yeah, like
We we slowed it down and
it's tough.
everything.
It's a tough one. They had it won though. If Gwen doesn't team kill Slasher, they win that. They win that protocol control, and then that rewind. They also threw away. They had that map one too, and even if they lose that, if they still won the control map 5 protocol search, who knows what happens in a map 5, especially with the rate how good they've been in search. But this was just a classic Ravens series of we have the win, we have it in the palm of our hand, and we don't want the win. I guess we just give it to the other team. That's a classic Ravens thing. That's been a thing for a hot minute now. Um, Ultra is the better team, even with the Merc drama and Beans kill whore, whatever, insight too slow. Ultra is the better team, but I do want to give a big shout out to Gwyn here because my onliner finally showed up to LAN, and it just sucks that the rest of his team wasn't there.
Yeah.
I feel like I summed that up pretty well. I really did like this Ravens team at first. Not with doing Rex, but with Vivid. But it just goes to show, don't drop Vivid. Every team that drops Vivid just gets worse. Whether it's I don't think it's the Vivid, how impactful he is, but I think that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Whenever he gets dropped, there's just no better upgrade.
Yeah, which to be fair, the Ravens did what they're supposed to do. You drop your weakest link, and you try to upgrade with a talented young gun. They did what they were supposed to do. It just didn't work out. But I do like that they took the chance. It's just a shame that it didn't work out. I'm more happy that they did take this chance than not, because you can look at a team like Gentlemates, and like that team is just such a train wreck that they should have made so many more changes. But like do you get what I'm saying?
I do.
Like it's just it's a train wreck. But yeah, Ravens fall to losers. Ultra win, and then the 3-0. I There was a guy that was saying Merc is the truth. I wonder who that guy was. Oh yeah, it was me. It was me.
Yo,
I
Draza,
listen.
best optic CEO ever.
2 rings? 2 rings for the CEO in the CEO era? Like, this is kind of crazy. What a phenomenal CEO he is. The pre-CEO era, only 1 ring. And that was in the 2017 Infinite Warfare squad. Now, with this Draza CEO era, not just 1 more ring, 2 more. In back-to-back years. This is incredible. This is incredible. Thank you, Draza. It should be in effect. The fuck you, Draza should go away. It should be thank you, Draza. But, Void, take us away, please. I feel like I've done a lot of talking.
I mean, there's not much to really say. Obviously, we can start with the obvious things. Simp really underperformed this
Disaster
camp.
class, yeah.
Like, we know what he's capable of. You know, we know every year he usually shows up.
Yep.
Could just be an off year. But all Phase's troubles really just come on Simp. He just didn't perform. And Draza too, you know, like he had some maps, but both of them together just were not doing it.
I mean, Draza dropped a point 6 in the series. Simp dropped a 0.7.
I mean,
Only so much a BZ and Cell can do.
not much you could do when Merc's dropping a 1.45.
Merc is the truth. I've been saying this since day one. I've been saying it since literally day one. I saw something in this kid. He's a generational talent, and it. Champs was Merc's moment, and FaZe did what FaZe does at Champs. They bomb out.
Yo, Merc has won something that players dream of winning. Players that have been in the league for years and never even coming close.
In
And
his first year.
He did
First year.
not even his first year, his first 2 months.
Yeah, that was what, his third event total?
Yeah.
His third event as a professional. That's crazy, and he's only been playing Respawn for a year, which is absurd. But it's similar to 04 on the Surge. When he got picked up last year, he was only playing Respawn for like a year. So it's a very similar concept, just much different result here. But Optic finally take down FaZe in a 3-0 fashion. First time they took down FaZe this year, and it's at the biggest event of the year.
So Optic has beaten FaZe at least once every year.
Yep.
Yes,
they
even
have.
last year they beat them once.
Yes.
For the major.
Yep. Major 3.
They didn't beat them at all the rest of the entire year, but they beat them once.
Yeah.
This year they beat them once again.
Yeah. And then we move on to LA Thieves bombing out top 8. LA Thieves, the super team that won 2 back-to-back majors, bomb out last at Champs. Seattle Surge finally take down the LA Thieves. They take them down in a 3-0 fashion. They take them down at the most important event of the year. Is this redemption for Surge? Like, this felt like them getting all their frustration about not beating this team out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, watching it, at least the first time watching it, it felt more like LA Thieves kind of bombing.
Yeah.
Obviously, with what we know now, Surge going to the grand finals and all that, this was just it wasn't even just Thieves bombing. It was Surge just being that good.
Yeah, I think it was a little both. I think it was Thieves not playing like they should, and Surge just being that really well-rounded team that no one expected when they first formed that team.
Exactly.
But LA Thieves bomb out. The super team collapses at the most important event of the year.
I love my man Dan Ghosty, but this was just a poor performance at Champs.
It wasn't just him.
I know it wasn't just him, but I feel like he's gonna bounce back. You know,
all of them are gonna bounce back. Yeah, it's just such a shame that the one of the teams that had been the most fun to watch the whole year crumbled in the most important moment. Like, it's really such a shame. But, you know, that's just COD. COD is so day to day. Surge just came out swinging.
I mean, we've
Even
seen it in the
yeah,
past. We've seen it in the past. The best team all year isn't just a guarantee to make champs. Look at the Optic Dynasty.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it, they won one champs, but how many chips did they get? You
So
know,
many, so many
that
chips.
that's the thing. It's one tournament a year. You know, to
Yeah,
decide it all, and
yeah,
it's not an easy tournament to win.
yep,
You know,
yeah. It's a real shame that the Thieves went out this way. But Surge, they move on. Surge end up making the grand finals that we'll get into way later. And then we had the slammage of a lifetime. Actually, it wasn't that much of a slammage. Map 1 was decently close. Ravens threw away the map 2, and then the Hacienda was dominant. It was probably the perfect send off to send the Ravens to Cancun, especially since they're not going to EWC, which we'll also get into in a little bit. But yeah, Gwyn, the onliner that showed up, the onliner that showed up to land the Gwinternet, finally came through. The rest of his team did not. This was just a talent diff. I don't think we need to go too much into it. You got anything you want to add?
God,
Raven stink, yeah.
this is just it was talent death. You know my feelings on the Ravens. I don't need to talk about them anymore.
Yeah. And then we had Boston Breach, Miami Heretics 3-2. The Breach Miracle Run continues, and guess what? Another Neslo. Take us away, Void, please.
Bro, it's crazy to me that Breach didn't win a single hard point. A single hard point till the losers finals. They made it to winners finals and they didn't win a hard point. Like
It's so
how
impressive.
the fuck did they get away with it?
The search. Their search, they dropped one.
I
My
know.
bad. Two. They dropped two searches the whole event.
Yeah.
That is absurd. That is ridiculous. So hats off to the Breach for preparing their search so well. Um, it's ice too. I feel like because the Neslo you gotta go 5, and it's ice after ice after ice. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this round 11 was insane. This round 11 was to get minimum top 3. So either Boston Breach or Miami Heretics were gonna get top 3, and this was just insane. Purge gets a pick. Snoopy's got all the info in the world. Purge gets another on a guy trying to get too aggressive. And then that just leaves Metals and Super just in no man's land because they got no control on the A point. They have to just pretty much hope that someone screws up. But they didn't.
Yeah,
Boston
Breach is
Breach get
just
it
there for the
done.
trades.
Like, Breach played that round so well, and I do want to point out Miami were up 4-1 in that map. They were up 4-1, and they threw it away, which is just insane. But yeah, Boston Breach Miracle Run. Look at that red carpet. Red carpet for the dub to get top 3. Got to keep that in mind. That's very important.
Bro, it doesn't matter even if you all go negative. As long as you win the series, it's all that fucking matters.
Yeah. This champs was really just so fun. So many teams making a run. Like, me and you had Breach bombing out top 8. We did
Yeah.
not have them making anything of a run. No noise whatsoever. Not even an upset of a little bit. They made one hell of a run, and it was tippable, and it was so fun to watch from a viewer's perspective. Miami, it's just the round 11s that screwed them, in my opinion. Because Miami do get eliminated with another round 11. You got any final thoughts on this series before we jump to Optic?
Medals. Just
It's
medals.
not on medals. It's not on medals, dude. Like I get dropping a .8, but dude, it's not on medals, man. They were up 4-1 in the last map.
We all know he's going to be the change this off season.
No.
You don't think so?
Listen, I think that team is real good. I really like this Miami squad now.
I get
The
now we're under
only
the
upgrade,
synergy.
the synergy's a thing, chemistry, all this stuff. It's the Spanish thing. You need to find a
Yeah.
player that speaks Spanish.
I
And
think the only
in my
upgrade,
opinion, the only upgrade is Snoopy.
I agree.
That's the only person. If you can snag him, if Miami want to pay a buyout, which in my opinion, I would do it. I would do it because it's not that there's no talent in Spain. That's not what I'm saying. We can't see it. They don't they're not in the spotlight. They're just not in the spotlight. Challengers, they don't go far, so you don't see that either. So literally the only way they can upgrade is if they grab Snoopy. It's just such
The
a
whole
shame.
Spanish speaking is
It's tough. It
it
also
is.
depends if Real leaves too, because if if I'm Real, I'm I personally I would stay, but if I'm a free agent, I'm weighing my options. I'm weighing my options.
I don't know what team he would get on though.
He's super talented. He's shown it the last 2 years, so I really think he can genuinely go like anywhere. Not like a top four, but like after that is like free picking, especially with the
No,
Saudi teams coming,
I'm looking at
allegedly coming,
I'm
allegedly
looking
coming.
at Surge
I'm looking at Serge also. He
because
also
you see O4's tweet.
I did not see O4's tweet. What did O4 tweet?
He's probably out after EWC.
Yeah, I believe he's a free agent. I
Yeah,
think Abuza should also be a free agent too.
if I'm a Boots, I'm definitely weighing my options.
If I'm 04, I'm so high on 04. I've said it on the show so many times. I like his game a lot. I know he's newer to Respawn. I get that. I'm really high on his search. Like his search is unbelievable. But yeah, Miami's got a lot of thinking to do if EWC doesn't go their way, and if players leave. But let's move on. This was an ass whooping. A 250 to 87 skyline, a 6-1 rewind, and a 3-0 in the protocol control. Merc took down his former team again. Dashi dropped a 1.7. What happened? What happened to this Ultra team? Like, Insight dropped a 0.5.
I mean, no one's performing on the team, or at least against Optic. You can't blame it all on Insight.
No.
But at the same time, why the fuck is Insight still on the team?
Fundamentals.
When you had a player like Merc,
we said it so many times. Pack a punch. You gotta pack a punch. You have to pack a punch.
Even if they got rid of, because when they could have even gotten rid of Beans for Merc, because Insight was playing like a totally different player with Merc on that team.
Insight played like Lightning fucking McQueen.
Yo, that's
he
what
was
I'm
so
saying.
fast with Merc. He played so fast.
Beans and Insight just don't work as an AR duo.
I do agree with that, but it's also, it is the Merc thing, because when Merc wasn't on the team, like before the event, before Beans had the visa issues, it really looked like Ultra could make the finals. It genuinely looked like they were a contender to make the finals of that event before the visa issues. And the visa issues.
It's all hindsight.
Yeah, it is. And the visa issues just messed everything up. It had a ripple effect that genuinely no one could have ever expected. Like, you would think he would get signed to Toronto after that event, and then he goes to freaking Optic and wins a ring and turns their season around. Like, I don't know who that agent is, but shout out to that agent keeping Beans out of there, because that guy had to be an Optic fan.
It's great on Merc's part, because think about it from his perspective. He joins a top 3 team or a top a top 4 team ish,
Yeah.
maybe top 5.
At that point, like top 3, I'd say. Yeah.
Yes. So, and he showcases his talents to the world. Why would he join Ultra's bench when
Yeah.
he can when at least one team in the league is gonna try and pick him up?
Yeah. And
You
apparently he
know,
had a lot of offers too.
and that's what I mean. Like he basically had a pick to go anywhere. I
Yeah.
don't know what Ultra was thinking offering him a bench spot. That's
Yeah.
got to be one of the dumbest things ever.
Yeah. I definitely agree. A
But I'm
bench spot,
definitely
because I think that they just wanted to sign him just to get him on the team, and then make the decision afterwards. Be like, all right, we have him here. We can make this change, but is it the right call? That way they can actually have the conversation.
yeah, but the indecisiveness just
Yes.
straight up just costed them.
It did. It definitely did. In my opinion, you pack a punch. Like Insight played so well with Merc that like at that point I'm just like sorry beans. Like it's not even like a you personally thing. It's a matter of being no not be Merc
And
just kind of unlocked Insight for that event, and
yeah,
like when Insight goes, this team goes. That's what it feels like, because Joe Deceives is going to be Joe Deceives. Kleenex is Kleenex. Whoever that other AR is, whether it's Merc or Beans, they're gonna put up some solid numbers, and it's just Insight. When Insight's good, this team is real good. It
I'm
just
gonna be
hmm,
I'm
yeah,
gonna be sad that this is Ultra's like last event. As
yeah. Apparently they're rebranding. Yeah,
ah,
I don't like the
I don't know
rebrand.
how I don't. I'm fine with the rebrand. I just don't
Oh,
know how I feel about another blue team.
okay, well I don't know about that, but I'm very sad because I love the Ultra branding.
I think Ultra was one of the better CDL teams.
Now,
At least
if this means we're getting rid of the whole team location thing, I'm in.
mm,
That's fine. But if it's not, I'm actually going to be very sad that we're
it's
losing the
not.
Toronto
Yeah,
Ultra branding.
we're still gonna keep the what's it called, the cities, but I do like that you're actually having these named orgs.
It's
Like
better.
Koi
Yeah.
is a big org.
Yeah.
Heretics was a big org.
Mhm.
Optic, Phase, Thieves.
Yeah.
You know them by their org name,
Yeah.
right? Because like look at Rocker and G2. A lot of people in esports know who G2 is.
Yeah.
But if you just get into COD, you'll have no idea that Rocker's G2.
I literally had no idea until last year.
Exactly. That's why I like that they're at least rebranding to these org names.
Yeah. It does feel like a step in the right direction, but I am sad to lose the Toronto Ultra branding, because that that
No,
branding's nice. That
I
branding is one
no,
of the
the
better
purple is
ones.
clean too.
Purple is clean. I like the squirrel. I love the mascot that they have at the events too. I love that person. Like that,
Well,
it's so cool.
the whole city thing like made sense when they had like the home stands and stuff in
Yeah,
MW19, but you don't have that anymore. The entire city part of the name, it makes no difference.
I agree. No, no, no. I don't think city should be a thing. Franchising is just, it's, you can see it slowly kind of fade away.
Every esports has been hurt by franchising, but it's still the most secure way to keep
Yeah.
a league alive. That
Yeah, yeah.
it's a
I get
double-edged
that.
sword.
It is. Like, you can kind of see it slowly fading away in COD ish, but like it's super slow. It's super slow. We're still gonna have the CDL and these cities for another few years probably. Like who knows what happens with the CDL, but losing this Toronto Ultra branding is gonna make me very sad because I love that branding. The purple's clean. I love the little mascot that comes out at the events. Like I love it. Um, but back on track. Let's get back on track a little bit. Optic slammed. Move on, right? Like, do we have anything else to say?
No,
Merc, Merc Sam, yeah. And then FaZe doing what FaZe do at Champs. It's just FaZe at Champs, It's just FaZe at Champs. Miami Heretics 3-0, Atlanta FaZe to bop them out top 6. FaZe bomb out top 6 for the second year in a row with
I mean,
Draza as their 4th. Take it away, please.
I mean, I don't want FaZe to disband,
I
but
want them to disband.
two top 6 finishes, something has to happen. Even if it's just, I forget who's free agents. What, a BZ and Cell?
No, it's selling draws actually.
Cell and Draws. So one of them's gonna leave. I feel like.
Everything rides on EWC again.
Yeah. I would love to see this team stick together because they've had success. They won 2 majors this year.
Yeah.
But you got to think the biggest tournament of the year, 2 top place finishes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's the right decision, but it's definitely a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I definitely agree. In my opinion, they need to get bare minimum second place at EWC to stay.
Yeah.
They need to get minimum second. If they lose, it's fine. If they make the final, they stay, in my opinion.
I agree.
Because you need to at least give yourself a chance to win the event by making the final. If you lose, it is fine, and you can stick it out.
Even a 3rd place, I don't think is that bad.
Depends on how that match goes, and honestly.
It does, but depending on the teams in the finals, I don't think a 3rd place would be that bad either.
Yeah, I guess it does depend on the teams in the final. That's true, but like, I don't know who you upgrade. It depends who walks too. I know Falcons are very interested in Abizi, so Abizi's not a free agent, but Falcons have the bread to pay the buyout. It's not like they don't. And you also got to think the Saudi teams coming, they might just poach both Cell and Draws. They could poach one. They can try to grab Simp too while they're at it.
You know this FaZe, the ownership company of Atlanta FaZe, not
Yes.
FaZe itself.
Yeah.
They've been kind of broke.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
So I have a feeling that they might sell a player.
If they're selling a player, it's gonna be Abizi.
I think if it's getting broken up, they're gonna sell. You know, if it's already coming to an end, I have a feel like they're gonna take the bag.
Yeah. The only way Simp leaves is if he wants to go.
I mean, we also heard like these players took pay cuts to stay together, to be on FaZe together.
Yeah, but that's not anything new in COD. Like, look at Optic last year. They won champs, and they all took a pay cut. Pred took a pay cut. Kenny, Dashy, Shotzi, they all took pay cuts to stay together. That's kind of what happens when you're successful as a team. You're willing to take the pay cut because you're going to end up making more with the tournaments itself than the actual salary.
Yeah.
But EWC could be the last we see of this this iconic FaZe trio, this FaZe dynasty, if you will. But I don't know. But let's get back on track for a second because Miami Heretics whooped some ass. I want to give so many props to Miami because they battled back in that map 1. Rencor called game. We'll just watch it real quick. Watch the last minute. I believe FaZe were up like 230 to like Miami had to be at like 180-ish, 190. Still not a crazy lead, but still a decent amount. And it felt like FaZe were in the driver's seat, and then I don't know what happened. Genuinely, it felt like they just collapsed.
Yeah, I mean, their hard points have been looking shaky this year.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise that Miami won the first map, the hard point. But the other 2 maps just weren't particularly close.
Yeah.
So
I do want to point out something. I love Super talking his smack while leaning so far back in his chair. Cause he sits so far away from his monitor. Just look at it. I love Super. Dude, just looking.
Bro, how do you sit that far back?
Like, it's so impressive because Super is so damn good. Like, he's been the perfect addition to these guys. He's sitting so far back. He's seeing 3 POVs, I swear.
Bro, you ever see that player in Counter-Strike that would literally put his feet up and
yes, I have seen that. I have seen that. That's absurd. That's absurd.
Bro, there's a guy in CS that walks forward with like space or like his mouse click.
That sounds
She
crazy.
walks with mouse clicks.
That sounds kind of crazy. That sounds insane. And then we got this Rencore three-piece technically. Team killing his whole team. His whole team was dead. We'll just watch this, give it a second. Because it ended up going from a 4v1 to a 1v1 because of the grenade. Rencore gets 3. But he's icy. It's alright. Drowse has no idea where he is. He just cleans him up. Got a little scary. But they get it done, and then they slam him in the control. They send FaZe home. FaZe top 6. We'll just watch the final moments. And man, like it's so insane that that talented team is just crumbles. I also love Super just talking his smack, man. Super is such a fun one to watch.
Definitely deserves to talk smack with his performance.
He's been real good. But yeah, FaZe gone. Miami move on. Man. Surge, Ultra, it's the same thing every single time. Surge, it's literally just Surge have their number. Like, I don't necessarily think Ultra couldn't have won, but it's more that Surge had their number the whole year. It was probably always going to go this way.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, not really much to talk about. It did look like Ultra bounced back a little bit from that Optic series.
Yeah.
But Surge was just clearly the better team.
Yeah.
There's not much to say.
Yeah, I think we should move on. Yeah.
Neptune's just amazing. He changed the entire team around from being terrible to literally grand finals and champs.
A one-man change. Sometimes that's all it takes. But we move on. Optic make the grand finals of this event. They 3-0 Boston to make the grand finals. This was not close.
No, Breach did not pull the Neslo.
They did not pull the Neslo here. From what we've heard, Breach have won a singular map against Optic in the last month. That's including like regular scrims. They've only won a singular map.
And they scrim them like 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And they won 1 map.
They won 1 map in a month. While scrimming 2 to 3 times a week, from what I've seen.
That's
it's absurd. I think I don't even think that's a Boston or shit thing. I think that's just how good Optic looked. Like genuinely. And how much work they put in through the last month.
Yeah.
This was
even looking at Major 4, they got close in that D series.
Yeah.
They got close in that FaZe series. And that was a team that just came together like a couple weeks before.
Yep.
Yeah,
we saw the potential.
Gave them an entire month to really learn each other, adapt their play.
Yeah.
Completely different team.
I agree. Like, I want to give so much love to Big Bruce Dashy. I want to give so much love to him. Because this guy was absurd. The entire event. He was insane. Genuinely, he was insane. Merc, obviously, Merc was the guy that weekend. But I just feel like Dashy and Merc work so well together. Like, genuinely work so well.
Yeah.
And then we had another round 11. Surge move on. They beat Heretics to make top 3. To make top. Yeah. This is for top 3. This was for top 3, and man, this was so fun too. We can watch the round 11 real quick, but yeah, Surge were really making a run here, huh? I was really hoping it was gonna be Miami personally. Like, I like that Miami team. That Miami team is fun. But just look at this little cruddy spot Neptune's in. Saving it for champs. I don't think I've ever seen anyone else play it.
Yes. Wow, in ranked
after this, yeah.
No, before this.
Was it before?
Yeah.
04 with a
And
big
that's the
pick there
only
too.
reason we knew about that spot because we've seen it be used against us.
Yeah, some serious BS. But man, a booze again, all hyped up. I love it. I love it. I love the talk, the smack talk in COD. We need to keep these teams facing each other so we can keep this smack talk going. I love every bit of it. Surge red carpet for the dub. Teamwork, man. Teamwork makes the dream work. We got any thoughts, Void?
Theirs is just different.
Yeah, honestly, yeah,
This entire year they've been different.
yeah. I was not a believer in them, and they proved me horribly wrong. And then we had to make the grand finals. Who would have thought that to make finals we would have Boston Breach versus Vancouver Surge that goes to a map 5?
Bro,
I didn't
we
believe it.
finally won a fucking hard point. They finally won a hard point just to get slammed in the search.
You know, honestly, I really thought Breach were gonna do it when I saw that they won the map 4 and it
I
was
know we
going
watched
5.
it live.
We watched it together. I literally said to you, I think Breach are making finals. And I think you were on my side with it too.
I was on your side, bro. When they started to get up on that hard point, I was like, "There's no way Breach does it. This is insane. Breach could actually win."
Yeah.
Then we just get a disappointing map 5.
Yeah. I mean, they
They
were
ran out.
due. Yeah. I think that's what it came down to. They just ran out of gas. Um but it's also such a good Surge team. Like you can't mess up. You mess up a little bit and this team takes advantage of it like crazy. Um the tippable run for the Boston Breach comes to an end. Nothing to hang your head about. If you're Boston,
It was
this
a miracle
was
run that almost got completed.
they were one map away from making the finals. That is so impressive for a team that didn't have that many signs of life. Like they had a good chunk, but like coming into this, I think everyone had them top 8, top 6 at most. But to make top 3 and to put up a very competitive series against the Surge like this, to almost pull it off, so impressive. Hats off to Boston for almost pulling up something very special. And man, Surge make it. Surge make it. Boston crumble. And we get to the champs finals. Optic Texas versus Vancouver Surge. Vancouver finally get some wins in a final. They finally get some maps on the board. But it Optic Texas come through. What
I
do
mean,
we think? Please
I
tell me.
mean, these are for the most part, besides that map 2, these were all pretty close games.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, there's the 2 searches that weren't really that close,
Yeah.
but these were really close games, and a lot of the maps could have gone either way.
Yeah.
You know, it and it's crazy to think about that. Quite literally, Surge beat themselves
Yeah.
on that last map.
Not even the last map. The protocol. The
Protocol too.
protocol control, they were so far away from the point. Like, Surge beat themselves. It's like you said, on that last map Rewind, which is the one I think you're talking about.
I am.
And then the protocol control, they literally beat themselves. It wasn't Optic outmaneuvering or anything. It was literally just Surge beating themselves. It just goes to think that if they just win one of those, either the protocol or that rewind hard point, this goes 9. This could have gone 9, very realistically.
This easily could have gone 9.
And from a viewer's perspective, map 9's always the dream. Map 7's always the dream. Map 9 is always the dream. You always want it to go last map. Because you just want, at least for me personally, I always want it to go last map because I want the most competitive series and I just want to watch more COD. especially in like a final. Always want it going all the way.
Yo, can we just talk about Shotzi for a minute?
Please.
This man is the CDL GOAT. 3 rings, 2 back to back. Yeah, he didn't. He had a kind of lackluster year, but in the finals, if you get him to the finals, he shows up, bro. Bro, what's it called? That control on Hacienda, that 4-piece.
Oh, that 4-piece was
Holy
mesmerizing.
shit!
We can
That
watch that.
that was probably the best play of the entire year, and he pulls that off in the Champs Grand Finals. Like, all you have to do is get this man to Grand Finals, and he'll take over.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 he does. Like, it's just insane, man.
Like, yeah,
this
Merck had
this
kind of
guy's
a
unbelievable.
lackluster finals, but that's to be expected. First Champs Finals, 2 months into your pro playing career,
Yeah,
like
like
it
yeah,
makes sense. But Shotzi's been here time and time again, you know. This is the first like Champs Finals for either of the anyone on Vancouver,
yeah,
right? You know, Nerves had to have been playing some role,
yeah,
but it was really the veterans in Dashi, Hook, Shotzi that really did it.
yeah. This is just absurd, by the way. Let's just watch it one more time because he gets 1, gets 2, pisses on Neptune, and then pisses on Nasty, and they still lost the round. By the way, they
They
still
came
lost
off.
the round. Yeah,
It
insane. Like, I personally want to give a lot of love to my man Hook. Hook has been dropped, picked up, dropped, picked up, picked up, like just going through the whole whirlwind. Never complained. Always just kept working, worked his ass off, got picked back up, became like an IGL for this team that I don't think they knew that they needed that bad. He became that guy for them. He was their best performing player the whole year. Like, I know, I don't care about player cards or anything like that. Hook was their best player the whole year. I thought it was Dashy for a while, but I truly think it was Hook. Hook has been their best player the whole year, and I don't think it's that close, actually. Hook's been that
I agree
guy.
with
He never complained about getting dropped, never spoke bad, never really spoke on his side of it either. Always just kind of let his work speak for himself, and it paid off in a land
I
ring.
mean, he's quite literally the most likable player in the league.
He really is.
He's just the most likable player.
So
No
I
one
want
has
to, yeah,
anything bad to say about him.
yeah.
It
Like,
class act.
I genuinely want to give so much love to Hook because he went 4 negative. Don't care. He was their best player all year, and he became such an important figure in that IGL role because they didn't have that after they dropped Kenny, and I think that they knew that they all needed to step up, but I guess Hoop took it to a personal level because I saw Karma and JP talking about it, the coaches of Optic Texas, and they said that they didn't ask him to do it. He just kind of did it. He just started doing it, and I think it was something that they desperately needed that they didn't realize they needed.
I mean, we saw Hook the last couple years. They've been kind of lackluster,
Mhm.
but he straight up, evolved his game.
Yeah,
Like he knew the player that he needed to be to to win,
yeah,
and he did that.
yeah.
It's so
Out, yeah.
commendable. I love
It's
Hook.
it's so typical.
It's a shame that that their MW2 team didn't win a single event.
It is such a shame because that team was so fun and they were the best team in the game at a certain point. But yeah, that MW2 team was such a tragedy.
I'm so happy who got his comeback with Dashi and Shotzi.
Yeah,
You know?
it's really good to see that he came through for the Green Wall because I feel like I've seen, he was getting a lot of hate for that MW2, when they dropped down to losers because he didn't watch mid on that Hydro against New York. That's such a tough one I do remember that. But after that, like I've seen nothing but love for this guy, and I think rightfully so. He's evolved so much, like you said. In this game, it genuinely feels like he understands this game better than almost anyone. Like it feels like he was one of the best players in the game, and I truly think he was. And for the crazy year that they've had, I just want to give a big shout out to Hook. Lots of love going to Hook because that man just transformed genuinely.
Just give a quick shout out to Vancouver. They made,
Absolutely,
they
yes.
made two straight major finals. Yes, they got swept in both, but they still made two finals. That's better than most teams
Yep.
in the league.
Yeah.
And in the grand finals of champs, they almost pushed it to a map 9.
Yeah.
You know, this is a commendable season. You know, no one expected these four players to have the season that they did, but they outperformed anyone's expectations, and they deserve all the love.
Yeah,
They
absolutely. I fully agree with you, and I think we should just go down the list, honestly. Neptune came from Challengers, didn't even play Major 1. Didn't even
nope.
play Major 1. Came in, one man change, completely
And
transformed the team.
yep.
Like, you don't see that often that a one man change really does that.
Yep.
It's absurd.
Let's talk
Nasty.
about Nasty.
Dude,
After last year, he had his ups and downs, pretty consistent all year. You
Nasty,
know,
it looked like he was unbelievable this year. Like I
exactly.
get he had certain low points, they all did. They all had low points. But Nasty, it genuinely felt like he was only getting better. Like every year since he's been in the league, it genuinely feels like he's just getting better and better. And this might have been his best year, honestly.
Yeah.
Abuza. Dude, what is there to say about Abuza? Straight shot. He's learned to talk his smack too, which I love. He's learned to talk his smack a little bit more. He's a straight shot, man. Boo's a straight shot. Arguably could have won Rookie of the Year last year. Could make that argument. Just I think he's only getting better with time too. You got any thoughts about Abuza?
Yeah, he's just a solid player.
Yeah.
And
And
then
oh 04.
04, the
I
search,
love 04, man.
uh, his search is just
Elite.
unmatched.
His search
It,
is elite.
it's crazy.
And it feels like he's more of a Lanimal than an onliner.
I 100% agree.
Like it just feels like he just performs so much better on land than online. I don't know if the numbers match that up, but just from the eye test, that's where I see it with 04. I'm very high on 04. I love his search game, man. Like this guy, he's only been playing Respawn for such a short amount of
I
time.
think in another year or two on respawns, he's gonna be unstoppable.
Listen, if you see 04 on a top team within the next few years, like I'm calling it. 04 is gonna be one of the best players in the game soon enough. That's just my praise for him. My praise for him. I'm very high on him. I love what I see from him. I love what I see from him. But that is our love for the Vancouver Surge. Our love for Optic Texas. This was probably the best final we've seen in the CDL era, right?
Yeah,
But
100%.
I don't think anything else has really been close. They've all been
No,
pretty like bang like they've been pretty like dominant, right?
pretty much.
So thank you to both these teams for giving us a banger, an absolute banger of a final. And we do have one last thing to do before we close out. We got EWC literally in a few hours, in 12 hours time by the time we're recording this, and we're gonna pick our top 8. We're gonna pick our top 8 that and then we'll see who we pick, who wins it all, because we actually have pool play. Pool play is so good, man.
Let's first talk about the Ravens.
Oh yes, absolutely yes. Take it away.
The Ravens, it's sad that they didn't get to attend this event. We all know that you can't make a two-player change. It wasn't on the Ravens though. They had these contracts before EWC was even announced, and these players wanted to leave. Uh, and it's crazy to me that another team was allowed to make a two-person change.
Yeah.
Did you not? Did you see Team War? Uh,
No.
I
Yeah.
under I respect Lynn's, He had anxiety. His doctor told him not to fly. Nothing but love for the guy.
Yeah.
But I just still feel like it's a double standard.
It feels
You
very
know,
unfair.
I think it's very unfair, especially for a team that, yes, I don't like the Ravens. I don't think they're a good team, but I still think they're a better team than what they were replaced by.
Yeah,
You know, and I think it's completely unfair,
I
and
absolutely agree.
and part of the reason why I think this is a joke tournament.
Yeah, I mean those are valid complaints. I'm very sad that the Ravens aren't here because one, you want all 12 CDL teams in here.
Exactly.
You want all 12 in here. You got to think Gwynn's contract. It's not like they dropped these players. They did not drop these players. Gwynn's contract expired, and so did TJ's contract. They both expired.
TJ got
And
the bag at Falcons. Like, do
TJ
you
got the
blame him?
bag at Falcons. What are you gonna do? Say no? No. Like you don't do that. And I think it's just such a shame that they weren't allowed to make this exception because I feel like they should have made the exception because it's not completely on the Ravens. Yeah, the Ravens could have talked about an extension to go to EWC with TJ and Gwyn. They didn't, but I don't think it should have been that big of a deal for them to get two new players because their contracts expired. It's not they were not dropped. They left on their own accord. Contract expired. That's what happens in Call of Duty
Especially
after champs.
especially when these contracts were made before EWC was even a thing.
That's also a very important detail too. Yeah, and they also apparently did not receive their invite until they were already at champs. They were mid scrim preparing for champs when apparently they got their invite.
I don't know
Which
how true that
I don't
is.
know how true that is, yeah, but if that is true, that's unacceptable. That's genuinely unacceptable when everyone else got their invite in May, apparently. That's very scummy. It's a very scummy thing to do. I do think they're gonna take this lesson, whoever runs EWC, the Saudi, they're gonna take it. They're gonna learn from it. It's something like this is never gonna happen again.
Oh no, not at all. It's
And
just an
yeah,
unfortunate series of events that transpired.
I feel for Slasher, man. I feel for this guy. The last 2 years have been rough. The whole Boston stint, and then this year, the ups and downs. The one bright side was, yeah, I'm going to EWC. We got, we're gonna really show out. Have one final hoorah. No, sorry, you can't go. It's such a shame. It's genuinely such a shame. He played the whole year. He should be able to go, but that's why the Ravens are not going. They got replaced by Five Fears, the Challengers team, I believe, of
Yes.
Hicksy and everyone else. I
That team's
know,
gonna bomb out.
yeah, probably,
That team's gonna bomb out.
probably. But let's
I
get
don't I don't have
on.
faith that any team Hicksy's a part of will do good.
All right, my bad, Hicksy. Damn. All right. Um, I don't, I don't view you like that. Damn. All right. Let's get this top 8 going. This is to make bracket play. This is to make bracket play, and then we move on. I don't believe we can actually predict the whole tournament in this. I don't think so, but we'll see. Let's just go down the list. Who do we want to start with?
I think Phase,
Phaser in. Phaser in.
Optic. I don't see them bombing out.
100 Thieves in.
Yeah. Heretics.
Heretics should be in, right?
I
I'm very
believe.
I'm very high on them.
I'm not too sure about Falcons.
I think everything else feels like Surge should be in there. Where's Surge?
Yeah,
Right? Are we in agreement on Surge?
I agree with that.
Okay. Everything else I feel like is very up for grabs.
Uh,
This is Toronto Ultra, by the way, for those who don't
yes.
know. This is Toronto Ultra. They're going by Koi, their parent company, which everyone is. Everyone is. Falcons. I could see them. I could see it. Tej is definitely a bigger upgrade than Priesta. G2, which is Rocker, did not make any changes. They're sticking with their team, which I don't think is that bad of a thing. Because they're better than what they showed. We know they are.
Yeah, I mean, we also had they're in that Challenger tournament.
And then they forfeited because of lag, I heard.
Apparently, they're on like 60 ping, and Kenny said they weren't trying at all.
Yeah, that's very that's questionable.
So we don't know how much. I mean, I feel like there's gonna be at least one upset.
I'm feeling C9 making it. I don't know. It's a gut feeling. I got a gut feeling
I
C9's
think
making
we're
it.
adding Gwen. I think C9 make it. I'll
You think so?
I'll agree with that.
I think C9 make it with Gwen, yeah.
I think Koi make it. You know that
Yeah,
ultra
Ultra
spot.
with Abe, right? Instead of Beans, they got
Yeah.
Abe. Kleenex on the flex. Yeah, all right.
I don't know how
I'll
I
go
don't
with
know
that.
how that'll work out, but we know Kleenex as a player. I think he can make the transition.
I don't know. If I'm Kleenex and I'm getting told to run the God gun, you just say less, bro. Amy's is the best gun in the game. This shit's crazy.
So it's
I
hard
don't.
to predict the last team. What the last team, right?
Yeah, because I know Omid Brooklyn is a very good challengers team, but they're in a very tough bracket. Uh, sorry, not a. They're in a very tough pool. Sorry. They're in a very tough pool. I don't. This is such a tough one because we only got one spot left, and we picked seven CDL teams because we don't got Gentlemates in there. Gentlemates are not making that. I can't see Falcons. I mean, I could actually. What are the? Do you know what the pools are?
I'm looking at them right now. So Group A, C9, G2, Optic, 5 Fears.
That's so
So
doable for
so most
C9.
so
Wow.
most likely it's C9 and Optic,
That's
right?
so
We
doable for
we what we
C9.
got.
Wow. Okay.
Group B is Thieves, Gentlemates, Team Orchard, Vancouver Surge. It's probably going to be Thieves and Surge.
Wait, say that again? Thieves
Uh,
Surge.
Gentlemates and Team Orchard.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Orchid.
Okay.
Right? Team C, Group C
Mm-hmm.
is Breach, Koi, Falcons, War.
It was. Ooh.
So if
Mm.
it's probably going to be Breach or Falcons that are going to be the last team in.
Okay. So
Because
that's what we're down to.
Group D is Phase, Omit, Project 7, Heretics, and we have
Yeah.
Phase Heretics.
Okay, so
So
it's down to Falcons or Breach in
yeah,
our picks.
it's down to Falcons and Breach.
If Breach fix their hard point, if they
Bro,
listen, if they fix their hard point,
if we're going off champs, I gotta
we
give it
have
to
to,
Breach.
right? We
I
have
gotta
to,
give it
right?
to Breach.
That's
Yeah,
that's our most recent event. We don't have anything else to go off of.
I gotta
They're
give
not
it to
streaming
Breach.
scrims. We don't know how they're doing.
I mean, we don't know how much better Team Falcons is.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Do they have Crumble in Saudi Arabia?
They probably do.
Because if they're feeding TJ Crumble, it's over. Falcons are winning the whole thing. That boy be feasting. So like, wait, hold on. That might be. It might be. Are you looking up if is there Crumble in Saudi?
I was trying to look at the Falcons team because it's
It's
what
the same team
Arcity?
except for Priesta's out and it's TJ. So it's Arcities, TJ, Exnid, and Pred.
I gotta give it to Breach. I'm sorry.
Listen,
Look. I believe in the Thunder from Down Under,
I love Pred.
but
Wait,
I this
wait,
Breach team has looked so good, especially at champs.
wait.
Like,
Pred with this whole. Pred's gonna get a buff. Hometown technically, because Falcons. Wait, hold on. This might be a Pred play actually. This might be a Pred play. This might be a Pred takeover kind of event. I kind of want to give it to Falcons. I low key want to give it to Falcons. You got Breach, I got Falcons.
coin flip.
Yeah. Spin it.
Heads
Flip
or
it.
tails?
We gotta go heads. We gotta go heads.
Falcons it is.
Falcons it is. All right, let's go over our top 8. FaZe, Optic, Thieves, Heretics, Surge, C9, Koi, and Team Falcons.
Yeah.
All right, let's lock this in. I have to register? Brother, all right, I guess I'll do it later. But let's go who's going to win the event from this top 8. I got 2 picks. Who's going to win the event. I got FaZe going back to back. Or I got Heretics winning the event. I got a FaZe of Heretics.
So I got Texas or Thieves.
Okay. So literally just in our top 4. We're literally just in our top 4 list.
Yeah.
Dude, I really like the Heretics, man.
I think Thieves are looking back on that champs run. And
it's like a vengeance run?
Yeah. Like, they're going to prove why they're the super team. Or Optic Texas, with how dominant they were at champs, I think they could continue the magic.
They could. That's very realistic and very possible.
I think any of those 4 picks are a good choice.
Yeah, because I could see FaZe being like, we got to win or else we're breaking up.
Yeah.
Again, literally the second year in a row. And it worked last year.
And Heretics have been
work again.
Heretics have just been so close for a while now.
They've been real close. They just kept getting top 3. They've been stuck there.
I will give an honorable mention to Surge.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they can do it.
They can make it there.
Do I think they're above the 4 teams we said? Personally, no. It's definitely easy to put them over like FaZe or Thieves with how they performed at champs.
Yeah.
But
you can never count that talent out.
Just looking at these rosters,
yeah,
you just can't count them out. It's as simple as that.
Because Surge can make the final. But are they going to win the final? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. It also depends on the bracket, because we don't know how the bracket's going to actually turn out. Like, let's say it's, these 8. How does the bracket go? Especially when it's single limb?
Like, I don't know if they do a draw for the bracket or not.
I don't know if it's something similar, pretty much like what champs is. Like, I don't know.
I think they draw.
They draw?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just random, right? That would mean it's just random?
With pool play, right? There's not going to be a clear, 1 through 8.
There technically could, based on map count.
Yeah, but I don't think EWC is doing that.
I have no idea.
Wasn't the groups random?
No, the groups were based off of the year. FaZe number 1, Thieves 1, they're like points placing on the year. It's just things got a little messy because Ravens aren't going, so things got a little messy there. So like it's just a little tough one, yeah. But I think everything depends on the bracket. Like I think this top 8 is pretty secure.
Yeah, I agree.
I
think this could be anyone's tournament.
Anyone in this top 5 can win.
I mean, what we've heard from a couple pros that no one took last year seriously.
I think they're taking it serious.
Looking at that prize pool, that would be the
no. Okay, let's talk about that.
Prize pool and not take that seriously. Like,
how do you travel to Saudi and not want to try? Like, am I crazy? The pros complain, oh, there's not many events. We have no events. We were just handed this. Like, this is not a CDL event. They were handed. This is like cherry on top from the year. This could be like a redemption for like a Thieves, a FaZe, like for a lot of these other teams. This could be like a redemption kind of thing, and a chance to make a crazy amount of money to end off the year.
First place is $600,000. That is $200,000.
2000. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's 2000. Yeah.
That's 200,000 less than champ. That is, yes, that's still a big number, but in the grand scheme of things, that's a lot of fucking
That's a lot
money.
of money per person. That's a lot of money per person.
That's a lot of money per person. It's
They
crazy
split it
to
4
me that
ways. Like,
team
that's
didn't
crazy.
try last year.
It's absurd. I
At
I
least you're
think
gonna take.
some tried, but not everyone. Obviously, like not like I know Optics said that they didn't try, which I'm like, dude, how? Like, how do you like if I'm Optic, how do you not want to go back to back? Like, am I crazy for that?
Nah.
Like, I feel like that's just like putting your balls on the table kind of thing. It's like, yeah, man, you know what I mean? We are that team, you know. But like teams should be trying here because this also can determine next year too, because you gotta bring up your stock, like especially if you're on a lower tier team. Like I think the perfect example is all the players on C9. They're playing for their spot next year,
Yeah.
whether it's on C9 or on a different team. Like I think the perfect example is Sib. Very up and down year. I know how you feel about Sib. I'm very high on Sib. I think he's such a straight shooter. I get it. Not the best year. The team as a whole not good. But he could really raise his stock here. Like same
Yeah.
thing with Kremp. Like I think Kremp was unbelievable this year. But you still got to raise your stock going into next year. And same thing with Win. Like I think so many of these. Same thing with Kenny too. I feel like all the G2 guys, Rocker, they're all fighting for a spot. Cause like
Yeah, I
they are.
agree. I think there's definitely going to be at least one team that doesn't take it seriously.
Of
But compared
course.
but
Yeah,
compared to
but
last
who?
yeah, but compared to last year, I feel like majority of teams,
I
if
feel
not
like
all,
I can
will take
only see like every team taking it serious
that prize pool
this
is way
year.
too big to not take it
No,
seriously.
but like let's go down the list. FaZe are fighting for to stick together. Like they need to try. If their mind's already made up, that's different. Like no matter what happens this event, they're breaking up. If it's like that, that's different. Optic should want to go back to back. Thieves need some redemption. Heretics got something to prove. Surge got something to prove. All these other teams have something to prove.
Yeah.
Like I everyone should be trying. Everyone should be trying. This is an extra event. You can bring home a serious bag. It's your last chance to go on like a hoorah before the long off season. Because the next COD doesn't come out till November,
Yeah. It's
right?
rumored November 14th.
Literally rumored for your birthday. Ain't that crazy?
Bro, that'd be what, the second or third time it's happened?
That's kind of crazy. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
kind of crazy. But yeah, this is our list. We think any of the top 4 can win. I personally have FaZe and Heretics. Void has Optic Gaming and 100 Thieves. I'm in for any of those. But we did say honorable mention is Surge. Surge can definitely take it. Anyone in the top 5. Anyone in the top 5 can take this event. This feels like anyone's event. This honestly feels like anyone's event. Like genuinely, like I can see so many of these teams winning. Well, more like 5 of these teams winning. Not so many, but you know what I mean. It feels like more of a variety this event than previous events this year.
Yeah.
All right, we have any final thoughts, Floyd, on this long, long episode?
No.
I think we went through it pretty well. That's it. See y'all later after EWC.